5 reporters who instantly regret asking dumb questions.
Now, were you able to wear undergarments?
You're the 5th person that's asking
Well, no,
that to
because
me. What is going on? Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
Is it inappropriate?
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
Sometimes a single question can backfire instantly, leaving reporters squirming as their dumb queries are met with sharp wit, brutal honesty, or outright humiliation. These questions have made reporters wish they'd instead remained silent. From cutting comebacks to on-screen embarrassments, these moments prove that a poorly thought-out question can cost more than just credibility. We'll start with number 5, Shaquille O'Neal's weird encounter. Shaquille O'Neal is no stranger to handling tough questions, but when faced with a ludicrous one during the 2006 NBA Finals, his response became legendary for its humor and sharp wit.
Last question right here.
It was the last question of the session, and the weirdest one.
Shaq, let's just say that a snake bit your mom right up here, right in the chest area. Would you be willing to suck the venom out to win the title?
The reporter opened with an outrageous hypothetical about a snake bite. The question, bizarre and inappropriate, stunned the room.
No, but I will with your wife.
Without missing a beat, Shaq delivered his now iconic reply. The room burst into laughter, and the reporter was visibly flustered, realizing the misstep in asking such a ridiculous question.
Thank you, Shaq.
Shaq's witty comeback didn't just dismiss the question, it flipped the tables entirely, highlighting how strange the question was. He didn't even need to elaborate further. The brevity and boldness of his response said it all. Shaq's humor and confidence turned what could have been an awkward moment into a rival exchange that fans still remember.
Quote sheets will be available at the...
The reporter left speechless, had no follow-up, and likely regretted asking such a ridiculous question. Shaq, on the other hand, walked away from the situation laughing as the clear winner, proving once again that he's not just a dominant force on the court, but also a master of handling off-court interactions. Now number 4, Scarlett Johansson's interview. In this instance, Scarlett Johansson, known for her cutting humor, effortlessly turned the tables on a reporter. He asked an eyebrow-raising question about her costume in a Marvel film.
Now, were you able to wear undergarments?
You're the 5th person that's asking.
The exchange began with the reporter casually asking about undergarments, and Scarlett's reaction was immediate and one of disbelief. She responded with words of disgust and sarcasm, signaling her growing frustration with the oddly personal question.
What is going on? Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
Scarlett shifted gears without skipping a beat, highlighting the inquiry's absurdity and leaving the reporter visibly uncomfortable. Her response made it clear she wouldn't let the question slide without addressing its inappropriateness.
Because it is such a skin tight.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
Oh, see?
Okay?
Is that...
Whatever you feel like I should be wearing or not wearing under that costume.
This is not a...
Is what
As the reporter awkwardly defeated the question by referencing the costume's skin-tight nature, Scarlett delivered a perfect rebuttal of "leave it up to your imagination." She left the reporter fumbling for words.
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
Could you?
No, what do you wear
Could
underneath?
you?
Like,
what do you wear underneath?
Undeterred, the reporter attempted to clarify by asking if it's inappropriate to inquire about what someone wears under such a suit. Scarlett didn't hold back, firmly stating, "You just asked me if I was wearing any." Her response underscores the double standard in questioning male versus female actors about their costumes.
Was I wearing underwear? I mean, gosh, ask Joss.
I did.
You asked Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
What kind of interview is this?
This is the movie that people have been waiting for, because anybody who has seen any of the other Marvel films.
To further expose the imbalance, Scarlett challenged the reporter about whether he had asked her co-star what kind of underwear he was wearing. The question was rhetorical but undeniably effective, driving home her point about the sexist undertones of such questions.
Has seen any of the other Marvel films. Now this is sort of like the, it's the culmination.
It's the granddaddy.
The conversation pivoted to the movie itself, with Scarlett expertly reclaiming control of the interview. Her quick-witted handling of the situation not only shut down the inappropriate question, but also redirected focus back to the film, leaving the reporter in a tricky situation.
You got hurt pretty badly, though. How'd you do that?
Fighting her.
Oh,
The reporter attempted to recover by discussing Scarlett's onset injury, but the damage was done. Scarlett's poised yet biting responses highlighted her ability to call out inappropriate behavior while maintaining professionalism, which is a skill that left the reporter regretting the misstep.
And I hurt myself.
I think I also.
I think like
yeah,
my
you were-
bowstring got stuck in my belt or something and I twisted my neck wrong.
This moment remains a master class in shutting down dumb questions with wit and grace, proving once again why Scarlett Johansson is a force to be reckoned with on and off the screen. Now, number 3, Mila Kunis defends Justin Timberlake, leaving a reporter speechless. In an unforgettable press conference moment, Mila Kunis showed her quick wit and loyalty to her Friends with Benefits co-star Justin Timberlake when a Russian reporter questioned his choice to pursue acting alongside his music career. Mila was absolutely furious. The exchange, delivered partly in Russian, quickly went viral, and Mila's fiery response became highly applauded. The conversation started off innocently enough until the reporter asked Justin, "Why are you in movies?" implying that as a musician, he had no business in Hollywood. Justin remained composed, or rather confused due to the language barrier, but Mila instantly jumped in, switching to Russian to address the question head on.
Очень многие представители шоу-бизнеса снимаются в кино, и это не на пользу. Зачем Джастину кино? Ну мало что. Зачем ему нужно делать кино?
Mila's tone sharpened as she replied, "Why shouldn't he be?"
Если он хочет делать, и он может, почему нет?
Her rhetoric flips the narrative, immediately putting the reporter on the defensive. With just a few words, she established her point that Justin had every right to explore acting and that questioning his career choices is unwarranted.
Что вы хотите, чтобы он делал?
Mila didn't stop there. Continuing in Russian, she bluntly asked the reporter what else he should be doing and what the reporter was doing here. Her frustration was visible, and her words resonated with both the room and viewers online. By counterattacking the reporter, Mila made it clear that such judgments are unnecessary and baseless.
Ну что, если он хочет делать, и он может, почему нет? Какой народ? Почему ты здесь?
The reporter, clearly caught off guard, stammered an explanation. But Mila wasn't interested in excuses. She shifted back to English, allowing everyone in the room to understand her defense of Justin. Justin, for his part, sat back, letting Mila take the lead and slowly decoding the dialogue.
Это то же самое.
Mila's ability to stand up for her co-host and shut down a dismissive question with confidence and humor is proof of her intelligence and loyalty. The moment remains a favorite example of why Mila Kunis is celebrated for her candid and fearless personality. Coming in at number 2, Taylor Swift's iconic moment. Taylor Swift has a history of gracefully shutting down sexist questions during interviews. One notable instance occurred during a red carpet interview at the 2015 Grammy Awards. The interview started casually with the reporter praising her dress.
One of the greats, Taylor Swift, with me right now. You look amazing. Can we just get a pan down of this dress? This, you said, is
However, things quickly took a strange turn. From talking about her dress to her legs and finally to men, it was a bit weird.
Ombre, it's like ombre teal, it gets lighter to the bottom, and then I have purple shoes on, because why not?
I wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
Entertainment Tonight's Nancy O'Dell suggested that Swift might be walking home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight, implying she would leave with lots of men.
I'm not gonna walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cats.
No men allowed.
Men get me in trouble. I don't.
Swift responded immediately, stating that she was not going home with any men. Even if she hadn't expressed the disapproval of the reporter's assumption verbally, her face conveyed the message. Swift's response was widely praised for its wit and assertiveness, serving as an example of how to handle inappropriate questions with poise. The interaction highlighted a solid commitment to calling out unprofessionalism in real time by emphasizing her independence and personal choices. Swift reinforced the message that value isn't necessarily tied to relationships. This moment is one of several where Swift has unapologetically confronted reporters and advocated for the need for respectful discourse in media interactions. Now, number 1, Rihanna's memorable reply. Rihanna can no doubt handle the press, and when faced with a disrespectful question about her personal life during a 2012 press conference, she demonstrated her mastery at shutting it down with class and confidence.
Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
The press event was buzzing with excitement for Rihanna's movie work when one reporter derailed the conversation by attempting to shift the focus from her work to tabloid gossip.
Perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Without hesitation, Rihanna shot back with a smile and response of disappointment. Her tone, while measured, was firm enough to convey her disapproval and not only silenced the reporter but also resonated with fans who admired her ability to handle such situations with poise. She made it clear that her personal life wasn't up for public discussion.
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think there was a question. We've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a
happy
question.
and I'm single, if that's what you're really asking.
Shifting the focus back to her work, Rihanna added, "I'm happy and I'm single," alluded to her independence and subtly reminding the room that intrusive questions into personal matters are still disrespectful, even when directed towards celebrities. A move that left the reporter flustered and her fans cheering. There you have 5 unforgettable times reporters asked absurd questions and got their well-deserved answers. If you enjoyed this fiery compilation, you'll want to catch our other video featuring 5 woke activists who instantly regretted speaking. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Let us know your thoughts about these moments in the comments section below. Narrated by yours truly, Brian Crow.